This is a sniper in the United States Army. The skill that is required for this position is incredible. From hiding out in unthinkable locations to actually taking the shot towards their target, there's clearly a lot of work that goes into that position. Meanwhile, here I am, having never shot a gun before or played Team Fortress 2 before, playing as a sniper. As you can see, I am not good at it. Team Fortress 2 is a staple in the gaming world. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't talked about this game before. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. I've never played it before, so why should I have talked about it? But if you're in a similar boat as I was, you likely have still known about Team Fortress 2. But why? The game's been out since 2007, it's still updated, the fanbase is still huge. I mean, what is up with this game? Well, who better to ask than someone who's worked within the community and within the game itself?
Boom. Headshot.
John Lowry is the voice actor of Team Fortress 2's sniper character. But he's also seen the changes of the voice acting world and the impact the gaming has had around us. Recently, I sat down with him to learn a bit more about his journey through gaming, voice acting, and of course, Team Fortress 2.
My name is John Patrick Lowry. I studied music in school, composition. I was a composer and a fusion guitarist for a while. Team Fortress 2 is truly a game as opposed to a story. And in a story game, you play through and you solve the problems to get through the story and complete the quest. In a game like chess or Go or Team Fortress 2, it's just a game. You know what the problem. In Team Fortress 2, you're trying to get the truck to the other end of the to base. It's basically capture the flag.
Team Fortress 2 is a multiplayer game where you pick one of 9 characters to play as. There's a few different modes like Capture the Flag or King of the Hill. Honestly, there's plenty of other games that are similar to this. Paladins, Overwatch, Call of Duty. But there's a few things that make this game stand out from the rest. So first, let's talk about the... Okay, next time, put the title card a little bit later, please. Thank you. Like I said, there's 9 characters to choose from, each with their own mechanics. You could be the medic, running around the battlefield healing the other players, or you could be the heavy, where you move slower but you have a more powerful attack and more health. These kind of characters we see in other games, but there are some that you don't, like the spy, who can disguise himself as a member of the other team. There's also Pyro. Enough said, we all love Pyro. Something that also isn't widely discussed is the videos that Valve, the developers, put out while promoting this game. These animations each introduce us to the characters and give us more background into how they think and act. It also helps that they act in the same way they do in the game. The sniper is a character that would hide more in the background, lining up his shot, and in the animation, it's the same idea. You feel connected to these characters. Yeah, Overwatch tried to do this. There's some animations that show the background of different characters, but they take themselves a bit too seriously for my taste. The animations can be funny, but for the most part they're trying to tell a story that fits their world, which is perfectly fine, go and do that. But to fit Team Fortress 2's energy and vibe, these animations and these characters needed to have a cartoony feel about them. John Lowry and I also discuss how the writing helped out with the game's success.
I just have to give credit to Valve for is the writing. I mean, the writers at Valve are maniacs. They are insane. And I mean, when you put together a game of mercs, of mercenaries, these badass murderer people who kill people for a living, and their next idea is, let's put them in a conga line. Or let's have the sniper all of a sudden have an owl head. I mean, this is just wackadoodle stuff, right? And the kind of hats that you can... I mean, it's just weird, stupid, silly, zany stuff. And it's so unexpected. That's the great thing about working on Valve games is you're always going out there and it's always going to be something engaging and creative and cool.
Now, the characters are one thing, but we also need a location and something for them to do. So, the next part that makes Team Fortress 2 so impactful is... Okay, 2 out of 2. We're not doing too good. Move that later, please. I haven't played Team Fortress 2 before. I haven't played many of these kinds of games before, actually. To me, it seemed as though I was too late in joining it. Everyone would already know about the secret or the best spots to be in, or had the best weapons from previous events. When I downloaded and tried it out, though, I was actually amazed to see just how easy it was to join and how unique everyone's playstyle was. Naturally, I had to play the sniper for my first match, and controlling him was simple. There weren't too many weapons that confused me. It can be overwhelming when you see a massive wheel of different options. Geez, which one do I choose? Here, though, there's 3. That's it. You got a long distance, mid distance, and close range. Nothing complicated, which is what makes this game so beginner friendly. Of course, later in the game, you can switch out certain weapons for others that do more damage. Here's a list of the different weapons for the sniper character alone. If you want to play casually, by all means, stick with the standard weapons. Want to do some damage that actually packs a punch though, switch it up a little bit. Team Fortress 2 gives you the option to play in your own way. The maps are also small enough that when you die, you can get right back to where you were before. Now let's look at a modern game in comparison. Fortnite is a game that's still insanely popular, but I don't think it's as beginner friendly as people believe. I'm not kidding, the first time I played it, I struggled to find the play button. You drop into a massive map of over 100 players and are told to find your weapons. Meanwhile, the employee from Lethal Company and Hatsune Miku have already found their weapons and run you over a car, meaning that you're completely out of the game. Team Fortress 2 does well because their maps are all made with the players in mind. There's spots for players to hide or get right back into the action, they're not overly complex, and they flow easily with each other. The classic map, 2 Fort, oh, love it. It's a simple map that tells the player exactly where to go while still holding secrets for you to find out later if you have the time to find it. I had no idea about this secret spot in the map until way later, but it was great to find that on my own. Now there's one last area that really captures why Team Fortress 2 is still successful today. Oh no, I'm not letting that title card interrupt me. Oh, come on! A community is the most important aspect of anything, whether it's a sport, a movie, or in this case, a game. Communities in the gaming world can be a hit or miss. Sometimes they're great, and sometimes they're not. And if you're hoping for an example of a bad community, I encourage you to look them up online and come to your own conclusion. I'm not putting an example here, I choose life, I don't want them coming after me. Recently, Valve released their source code for Team Fortress 2. Essentially, this means the community can build entirely new games based around the original. If you want something to succeed, you need to listen to the community. Simple as that. The community's been invested in this game for years, making animations and songs based fully around it. Some of the best memes online came from these community animations.
Ah! What the hell just happened? That heavy is dead! The heavy is dead! Correct.
Even the voice actors have worked within the community to build the love of the game.
Because I think it's all about friendship. I mean, the mercs and their relationships with each other are very much like playground relationships, you know. And I think it encourages people to hang with people, you know. And if you're not just shooting somebody, but shooting them and then insulting them, then that's a special thing. In a game like Team Fortress 2, when the game is the most fun is when you have the best competitors, right? When you have people at your level giving you problems to solve, stuff like that. So there is a real impetus to bring people up to speed. There's just something about the writing and the nature of the gameplay that encourages that kind of interaction. And I think it engenders a lot of loyalty in the fan base. They just love it. They love going there.
Original art, songs, subreddit, memes, conventions, the community is a positive one, full of hope for the future of Team Fortress 2. It's not going anywhere. And if we're lucky, I'd say we still have many years to go with this incredible game. Even if I'm not that good at it.
Victory.
A huge thank you to John Lowry for agreeing to come on the channel and talk more about Team Fortress 2. It was honestly really incredible talking with him. In fact, we talked about Team Fortress 2 and a whole lot more in our conversation together, which you can find in the description of this video or right here. If you'd like to learn more about John Lowry, you can follow him on Twitter, Facebook, and his YouTube channel, all of which is on screen now. It was really fun hearing his story and talking about, well, I don't want to spoil anything, so guess you're gonna have to go and check it out. Now, that's just my thoughts on Team Fortress 2, but what about you? What do you think makes Team Fortress 2 still relevant today? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video, and remember,
Chase the chaos. Keep your chin up, your head down, keep pushing forward. Boom, headshot.